First blood.
Restriction.
Hey guys, so in this video we are going to take a look at Kagura and why she's still one of the best mages out there. You can play her either as a mage or support, either way she is still very good. What makes this game even more interesting is that my team will be feeding the enemy non-stop in the early game, and a couple of them just kept complaining throughout the game. But Kagura is a total beast, so I wasn't really that worried because I know that she can destroy the enemies in the late game. When I'm not playing Kagura as the main mage, I like to use the spell Execute, and you will see why this spell is so effective with her.
Welcome to Mobile Legends. Give me names and I will give you blood.
Natalia seems to be quite inexperienced. He leveled up her second skill instead of the first skill first. It was unavoidable that he would get completely destroyed by Khalid. But only if he had watched my Natalia tutorial video, then he should have known how to poke and retreat.
First blood.
That's why, make sure to like and subscribe so YouTube recommends my video to more inexperienced players. Winky face.
You have slain an enemy.
There are two kinds of people in the world.
What makes Kagura such a great mage is because her skill sets allow her to deal damage from a safe distance, while at the same time she's not the easiest hero to kill because she has 2 blink skills and a purify skill. And in the late game, she can pretty much one-shot many squishy heroes, which you will be able to see throughout this gameplay. I didn't want to waste my execute because I wanted to save it for export. I'm just poking him until he's low enough, so he either has to go back to base or die trying to defend the turret.
You have slain an enemy. Request backup. Our turret has been destroyed.
There are two kinds of people in the world. The umbrella.
I was surprised that export didn't die here. I thought execute would have finished him off for sure. Anyway, since I saw Hylos cutting the retreat path, I'm going to try to finish them off this time.
Slain. Killing spree.
I thought you were very lonely.
Mega kill.
While we were fighting the top lane, our Natalia managed to live up to his name and kept feeding their assassin. So even though I managed to get some kills here and there, the path to victory won't be an easy one.
An enemy has been slain.
There are hundreds of monsters living in my
Our turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain. Well played.
There are two kinds of people.
Turtle
in the world.
resurrecting soon. Attack. Enemy has been slain.
Curse simply means restriction.
Like I have said in my previous video, Moonton keeps giving me all these interesting matches, but I was not really that worried at all. I know the late game potential of Kagura, so as long as I don't mess up in the early to mid game, a comeback is very doable. and also we have an Aldous. Now this strategy is all about delaying the game until the late game.
The umbrella is slain.
A lot of times, your tank might try to do some desperate move like this, but if you know it's quite dangerous, make the right in-game decision and don't follow his madness. You will just end up feeding the enemies more kills.
Our turret is under attack.
I know that Khalid still has his second skill, so I'm going to save my stun for when he starts channeling his second skill.
Initiate retreat.
Curse simply means restriction.
Careful.
At this point, it's better for me to take the buff, because Kagura will benefit from it a lot more than Hellcourt.
Monster kill. Initiate retreat.
Look at this, just one first skill and I managed to reduce Leslie HP by half. Kagura late game damage is absolutely insane.
Launch attack.
Don't look down on me because I'm small.
When you're poking the enemies, try to stay as far away from the umbrella as possible, so in case they try to jump onto you, just retreat a tiny bit and the umbrella will come back to you, and then you can just use your second skill to purify and blink away. I pretend I panic here to show you that this is not how you're supposed to play Kagura. When playing her, you have to be poised and never panic.
Launch attack. Mid lane, careful. Shut down. Ally has been slain.
So you have chosen death.
Curse simply means restriction.
You have slain an enemy. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Ally has been double kill is under attack. Enemy killing spree. Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
Remember to always use your umbrella to check the bush first.
Do you want to be my Shikigami?
Launch attack. Their enemy has been slain. Your team destroyed an enemy turret. Slain. Double kill.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Thanks.